So I think she's the adventurous one, so she took the kids to some churches. I guess I went to DC for my first board conference.
So the soccer is the official ceremony at 6:30.
I think 6:30, 6:45. 6:45 is when they're thinking it's gonna be.
Okay. I know there's like a whole longer festival thing, but
I think there's like a scrimmage right now happening, and then the lights, and then the office, and that's those of us who are going 6:45.
okay.
So Mike.
I don't think we're gonna push that one very much.
That
I don't think we're gonna come close to overlapping. At least I hope we're
it
not.
would really shock me.
This is a lot shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
only opened my computer because I wanted to have the other.
it's really just because we have to get the contract approved because the deadline is in October, so. Plus, there's always a chance we'd have a higher, but we don't, so.
All our teachers.
That's good.
And I think Lisa still needs. We still need a couple of ed techs.
Seemed like there was a good energy on Monday morning, we're more upbeat than I remember from the last few years, so.
Yeah. No, about the same.
That's not one that it's one that I thought that it's something.
And we did a great job with the cell phone tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I thought it was on. There was only about 5 or 6 families, but I think Brian made it feel better because I was talking, but I think I had that word, phone calls, in-person meetings, conversations, so. But at the end of the meeting, every single, she's the last thing I moved visually, so I did that, and I think that was really nice to me. And with many more families like that, I might not have been able to as easily pull that off, but.
clearly the families were either the parent or the kid had a particular issue.
I'm sorry, what?
There was clearly the families were either the parent or the kid had a
Yeah.
particularly strong issue.
Yeah. Very much so.
But
Thank you, I thought it was wrong.
in this business, small attendance is a good thing.
That's what when you
Makes
said that, I was
some
like,
sense.
that's right, Sam, that's okay, you're okay, let's. So I really appreciated you saying that, because I was like, nobody's here.
You don't wanna. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good problem.
I know, I was like, why, okay, Brian,
When there's 100 people, that's when the pitchforks come.
okay. I think I just wanted to, inform and be there, and so, yeah.
Well,
So
you guys, I mean, aside from you doing a good job, I just had the impression that this is very well prepared, right?
Yeah,
It's been thought through to the last detail, the
Yeah.
information's been circulated out, if we were there. It's the reason we had the meeting, they were there because of the nerves, not because of
Yeah.
lack of information.
yeah, great,
So,
yeah, no, thank you, I really appreciate you being here. It was awesome.
Super annoying.
I have 6:30.
Yeah.
It's a recording.
Yes.
Okay, call the meeting to order. All who wish, join in the pledge of allegiance. Still not have a flag, so get it back. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. No proposed agenda adjustments. This is pretty much a one agenda item meeting unless somebody has a requested agenda change. Seeing none, we'll open the floor for public comment. But nobody on Zoom.
Richard was here, but we lost him.
Oh, he was, yeah, I saw him too. All right, not seeing any public comment, we'll move forward to the action item. Approval for SREF professional services vendor for FY 26 application cycle.
We advertised, following the state regulations around this, we had to advertise twice in the Kennebec Journal. That's what's required in the regulations. We also added a public notice in the Mango Daily. We received two RFQ submissions, or two bid documents with qualifications. And have selected to recommend Haley Ward to you tonight as the selected vendor for our SREF FY26 application cycle. So the application, this allows us to get started with the vendor, and should we get funding, to be able to continue with that same vendor without having to go back out and not losing ground from all the planning work that was done for the applications.
So I would make a motion to authorize the superintendent to enter into a contract with CHA for
Haley Ward.
Haley Ward. I'm stuck back 5 years ago with Haley Ward. Yes, thank you. With Haley Ward for the SREF professional services contract. Is there a second?
Second.
Yeah, like Meredith said, thank you all for coming tonight. By the time we realized this had been working with Haley Ward for a while, but by the time we realized SREF had the special requirement that it had to be rebid and it had to be advertised, and the process had to happen. Basically, we couldn't do it last week, and we couldn't wait until September 9th because the whole application is due in October. So thank you all for showing up tonight. What is it, 2 million that per school?
Yes.
So, you know, in a perfect, I don't think we're doing anything for ACE this time around, because they've got stuff the last cycle, but middle school and high school potentially.
A good list of ideas that we want Haley Ward to do some evaluation on, and you know, help us write some applications. Primarily, our interest is around looking at the HVAC system in the two-story wing of the high school. It's the only system that doesn't have a room by room controllable air filtration. We learned a lot about that system during COVID, and you know, did the best that was possible then, but it has limitations. Also looking at some safety upgrades, the middle school in particular. It's the only school that has secure entry vestibule. When we did the project for the secure entry vestibule at the high school and middle school, SREF helped fund that. So we're hoping to apply for the same for the middle school now that we kind of know where we are with school construction application. We want to begin to do some projects in the middle school to you know, upgrade some high priorities there. And we also want to look at some ADA projects. And really, those are the three types of projects that hold really the best chance. If you're outside of that, other than structural issues, you're not going to get SREF funding. You're going to have them look at structure of the middle school in particular to see if there's anything that they find. The only thing that we're really aware of is masonry kind of facade structure issues. The rest of it, we're told, is solid, but we're just going to give them to check that. So that's what we're thinking. But we're going to have them do some analysis in these areas to help us confirm rights applications.
Not urgent for October, but I also would like to go ahead with Haley Ward and just to, when you and I talked about this, just get a little bit of a life cycle assessment about sort of sitting here and thinking about putting money into middle school. Let's find out, you know, how long the electrical is going to last, how long the plumbing is going to last, and just get a little bit of a sense of, you know, if we put 5 million over the next 10 years into that building, is it all going to be a waste in 20 years, or is that building got another 50% if we, you know, get some. I don't know if we're going to get good news or bad news, but I just like to get the basics and knowing. Right, because it's an old building. It's the oldest part of the entire campus. It's 1928, and this is, I believe, 1980s, and some of the 1950s nowadays set up there too. Actually, this might be 1950s, but further down is 1980s. So it's by far the oldest part, but they built things differently from the 1920s than the 1980s and 70s too. So I just would like to find out if we're not going prognosis is before we started sending money out. Kind of like when the breezeway turned out to be $70,000, it triggered the entire bond process because I don't wanna be sinking big money into someplace that's, not going on for the future, so. Again, not directly related to SREP, but I think we can, we're gonna have to pay them for that analysis, but I think we should pay them for that analysis to the former long-term planning. Other questions about this?
Maybe my question is then, yeah, the upgrades, the ASO, the ASO and assets. Like Miss O has new walls and all teachers are having pretty doors and everything upgrade. I have one question, there was water fountain thing on the cafeteria, you know, like that is happening here.
Yeah, I need to check with Derek on that because that was part of our plan and we budgeted for it.
Yeah.
But I think in the busyness of summer, it hasn't happened yet because just had a pretty overwhelming summer in terms of projects. So I'll make a note to ask and go out.
Yeah, I don't know. You've heard some of the stories, right, about supplies, for PA systems, and turns out supplies for the high school bathrooms, the tiles have broken and shipping and stuff. There are projects that are in media race right now, so I think the water fountain might be a Thanksgiving week.
I saw the one, we saw the one.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to Derek. This has been the biggest construction summer we've had in probably my 15, 14, 13, whatever it is, years on board. But yeah, it's been a big summer for me. So I'm sure there are a couple of small things. Key changes and some other things are still happening into the fall. Anything else? Go ahead and vote. We're all present, so we can do by hand. So motion passes 5-0. Go ahead and into the contract. Floor is again open for public comment. Our next board meeting is our regularly scheduled board meeting, September 9th, 6 o'clock in the library and on Zoom. Any requests for information and follow-up? Seeing none, I motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Carries 5-0. Again, thank you all for taking the time on a summer night to get the architect contract so we can get that going forward.
Anybody wants to sign some papers?
I will sign, no.